In the game of American football, scoring plays can earn 2, 3, 6, 7 or 8 points.
Wait a minute, how can a single play score 8 points? And, isn't it possible to score 1 point in a single play, an extra point?
An extra point, and a 2-point conversion, for that matter, cannot be scored without having first scored a touchdown, hence, the reason for the 8-point play.
Ah, that makes sense.
If a team scores 9 points in a game, how many possible ways could they have achieved that score?
A touchdown, with an extra point and a safety, a field goal and a touchdown, 3 field goals, and, 3 safeties and a field goal.
What if a team scores 52 points in a game? How many possible ways could they have achieved that score?
Seriously? No. Seriously?
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of
Wow! How'd you code that?
Today, we're writing an algorithm that, given a total score, calculates the number of ways the score can be achieved. The solution to this problem is a bit complex, so I'm going to illustrate how it works. Using a table, where each column represents the total score for a game, each row representing the possible ways to score, and each cell representing the count of solutions for a given score. Using a score of 9, as our example, the table contains solutions for all the possible ways to achieve a score from 1 to 9. For example, there are 0 ways to score 1 point, 1 way to score 2 points, 1 way to score 3 points, 1 way to score 4 points and 1 way to score 5 points. There are 3 ways to score 6 points, 2 ways to score 7 points, and 4 ways to score 8 points. And finally, there are 4 ways to score 9 points.
Wow, that's cool, but how do you build the table?
Let's move to the code to answer that. First, we define a one-dimensional array, containing a maximum total entries of the incoming score, plus 1 to account for 0 indexing, and assign it to a variable named table. Next, we define an array containing all the possible ways to score. Next, we fill the table with zeros. Next, we default the first entry in the table to 1, which corresponds to the score, 2. Next, for each possible way to score, a loop is initialized, starting at the position of the value of the incoming score, I, and terminating when I is greater than the incoming score. Next, the table element at the indexed position of I is incremented by the value found at the table index position of I, minus the value of the possible way to score.
While I'm not a mathematician, clearly, the factors of the number are being used here to determine the value of each element in the table array.
That is correct, and upon completion of defining each element in the table array, the value found at the indexed position of the incoming variable, score, is returned to the caller.
That is so cool. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Wow! How'd you code that?